Every movement, every analysis, every realization, every decision you've made has all led up and has all formed what you are today. Now think about that for a moment. This means every single thing you've done ever since you were born has shaped you to become the person you are now. Now I want to ask you a question before I delve into the video. Are you proud of who you are now? Or instead, do you have things you want to improve on? Because I'm sure we all do. Hold on to that thought. Now, my name's Saeed, and ever since a week and a half ago, I've decided to document my journey, trying to become someone who's proud of himself, someone who wants to experience the hardship, someone who's not afraid of struggle. That's the kind of person I want to become. Now I asked God to give me the qualities of a strong man. And I was watching a video that taught me one thing. It said, a strong man is birthed through hardship. Now I've always been an avid reader. I like to read books. In fact, I'd spend hours a day reading books, reading novels, fantasy novels, whatever it is. And throughout the countless struggle these main characters have faced, it's shaped them, it's developed them, it's allowed them to become better people worth fighting for. Now with this, I thought to myself, what kind of struggle do I want to do? What kind of life do I want to lead? These thoughts, these emotions, these temptations, they all lead and they all converge. Now, your decisions, when that emotion, when that temptation comes, will determine your relationship with God, and it will determine how well you view yourself. Now, let's be honest here. I myself, from what I know, from all the decisions I've taken, I'm a man or a kid, 15, who prioritized short-term pleasures for long-term fulfillment. And that changed, or that started to change, and it's still changing ever since I decided to put myself out there. To be a bit uncomfortable, to be a bit neglective about my situation, because I'm fat. And that in itself is an indication of your mental strength. The fact that your physical health is deteriorating and you still can't do anything about it is something that goes to show. Now I want to ask myself a question, me in the future. Am I a person who's worth fighting for? Or am I a person who wants to protect their family, to protect their values and ideals and their goals? Now, when I documented this a week and a half ago, I posted a series of videos, shorts specifically, but I've never once posted the true insight into my mental health or what I'm feeling in the moment when I'm doing things. This is super important because what you are is directly linked to what you do, not what you say you do, what you do. And it doesn't matter what other people think, because at the end of the day, you might do something for the sake of someone else, just to get 2 seconds of judgment, 1 minute of pleasure, 1 minute of fulfillment, and then you're back to realize, oops, I've done nothing with myself. I've failed again and again and again. This is super important, very important. Now, I wanted to make this video to be an insight on one of these conversations that I'll be doing, maybe daily, to allow you and myself to understand how and why we are today and what we're doing to change that. Because at the end of the day, struggle is all about the continuation, even when things get difficult. And I think a lot of people have learned, oh yeah, when things get difficult, we're obviously going to push through, we're obviously going to do etc. But when things really get difficult, are you willing to do that? That's the question. Now, when I realized this, I thought to myself, okay, I woke up on Tuesday morning, half-term holiday, and I said to myself, if I were to die right this instant, if God were to take me, if I were to be buried under 6 foot worth of sand, tons of sand, or mud, whatever you want to call it, would I be content? Not happy, would I be content with what I've done? And to be honest, I'm 15. I have no room for such thoughts. But I want to be a thoughtful person. So I asked myself this question. I told myself no. The next few hours were spent alone, in silence, thinking, what kind of man do I want to be when I leave this world? Look at the history of this planet. Look at the time humans have been alive. We won't even amount to a single finger click. We won't. So if you who are struggling to go out there and chase your passion, to chase what makes you feel alive because of someone else's opinion, I ask you to think again. I ask you to reevaluate your life. Yeah, because at the end of the day, we're all going to have to judge. And judgment is not something to be afraid of, something to be embraced. And failures is something to be used as fuel, as drive to keep going. When we understand this, we preserve ourselves. We preserve the people we're meant to be when we start this journey of discovery, of self-realization, of self-worth, self-love, etc. Now, don't neglect yourself. And don't be a person who doesn't cherish the people they love. And don't lose yourself in your own battles. If you need help, there's people around you. In fact, you can even message me. Right? And I'm not perfect either. I'll need help. But there's a reason why I've put myself out there. For realization, for discovery, for improvement. Now, if you guys need anything that you want to do, comment down below and get ready. Because this is going to be a series where I promote awareness. Doesn't matter who you are or what you want to do. Awareness in what your insights are. And to not be afraid, because there's thousands and billions of other people going through a struggle. And your struggle is nothing to be scared of. Something to be embraced. So, yeah. This is Saeed, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.